Now, please allow me to introduce you to Info Exchange CEO, David Spriggs. David is well known in the sector for his passion of creating a more digitally inclusive society. Oh, you got walk-on music. And about the role technology can play in improving the efficiency and effectiveness of the not-for-profit sector. With over 25 years of experience in the tech and social impact sector, as well as CEO of Info Exchange, David leads the chair of the Australian Digital Inclusion Alliance and deputy chair of Specialistime Australia, and is director of the Alana and Madeline Foundation. Now cue the music. Please welcome David to the stage.
Well, thank you, Julie. Thank you for that music. I'm not as good as Julie. I'm not going to get up here and do an improvised dance to begin with. But lovely to see you all this morning. And on behalf of Info Exchange, welcome to our Technology for Social Justice conference for 2025. Sending our best wishes this morning to Uncle Tony, who unfortunately couldn't be with us. For those of you who were with us last year, Uncle Tony is just an amazing Wurundjeri elder. The Wurundjeri Elders office is actually across the road from our Melbourne office here at Info Exchange. So I would also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, pay my respects to elders past and present, and First Nations people here with us today. And this is beautiful and unceded Aboriginal land. And thank you. And that connection to country is so important, and why I think it's so amazing that we actually have so many people here face to face. So in the tech space, we're often connected on these online calls, and we're on these little screens with each other. What a difference does it make to have so many people here in person? And we've got an overflow beyond the theatre here today as well, with the area that you all entered in through. So amazing. Thank you everybody for coming, and welcome to our event this year, which has sold out. We sold out a couple of weeks ago across all 3 days of the conference and the awards tonight, which is always one of my favourite parts of the event, our not-for-profit technology awards. And I know a lot of people have travelled to be here today. I would love to see just a show of hands of who has travelled from outside Melbourne to be here today. Wow, that's way more than half the room. Thank you. And anybody here that's travelled from outside Australia to be here today? Amazing, quite a few hands. Thank you. I know we've got some friends from New Zealand, from across the ditch. We've got some friends here from TechSoup. Nick has come all the way from the UK, and Marnie, who you're going to hear from soon, the CEO of TechSoup, has come out from San Francisco. So thank you everybody that's travelled. But wherever you've come from, thank you so much for joining us today. I think it's going to be a really exciting conference. And we're very appreciative of you taking the time in the context that we're all operating in. You know, we've just had a small thing called a federal election here in Australia. I'm looking at Cass from ACOS, who has been one of the strongest advocates in the lead up to the election. We saw each other the other night on Spring Street and had a little bit of a hug on the result. But it's been a really busy time for the sector and for those in government that are joining us today. So we really appreciate you making that effort. The cost of living crisis is still such a pain in our society. So we had, people would know our mobile platform Ask Izzy, which helps connect people in need in the community with critical services. In the last 12 months alone, we've had over 8 million searches for help on that platform. A third of them are just from where people can get access to free food and free meal services. And I know we've got some people from Food Bank here with us today as well. So that has to be acknowledged, just that context that we're in. I don't want to talk too much about global instability. Marnie might touch on that in some of her keynote, climate change, and that's before we even get to the sort of the tech megatrends that we're going to be talking to. So the explosion of AI, yes, but also kind of critical pieces for our sector like cybersecurity. We've got CyberCX joining us here today to talk through that. still the importance of data. And how can we use data to better measure our impact across the sector? And certainly not forgetting about digital inclusion. We've got a fantastic digital inclusion panel today. A number of us were in Parramatta last week to launch the New South Wales Government's digital inclusion strategy. So I think we absolutely need to keep that front and centre. I would like to say a huge thank you to our incredible sponsors, and I am going to name them because without them we could not put on this conference. So a huge thank you to Microsoft, our platinum sponsor, to Telstra for sponsoring the conference and for this amazing venue, the National AI Centre, Adobe, Atlassian Foundation, Amazon Web Services, NextGen, GWI Digital, Afterpay, Supporter Hub, PN Digital, SEER Data Analytics, Strategic Grants, the AI Growth Academy, Dell, CSNet, oMedia, Pro Bono Australia, the Institute of Community Directors Australia, and our community. So without those partners, we could not put on the conference. So a round of applause, please, for our partners. And a huge thank you to all of our speakers, to our workshop presenters, all who give their time so generously to be here as part of the conference. Our IX team has done an amazing job again pulling together the conference. Hamish, our photographer, a big hands up for Hamish. And thank you to Julie, our amazing MC, and we look forward to seeing you dancing later this afternoon, Julie, to keep us all active during the day. So what I love about this conference is just the diversity of the group that we bring together. And we've got people here from not-for-profits, large and small. We've got people here from government. We've got people here from across the tech sector who are keen to help and lean in to kind of help with some of the social challenges of our time. We've got people here from universities, and we've got people here with lived experience. And to me, that's kind of that's the magic of this conference, is bringing all of those people together in the one place, and supported by a number of the philanthropic foundations that we've got here today as well. So I think that collaboration is more important than ever. And I guess what I would recommend everybody to do in any of the breaks that we've got, or even during the sessions, take the time to have a chat to somebody that you haven't met before, because I think that's really one of the core values of this conference is the networking. So thank you again for joining us. Look forward to meeting you all over the next few days, and please enjoy the conference today. Thank you.